stuck at a green light? Have you ever been stuck at a green light? Have you ever?
You are now locked in.
It's the girl.
Forever, 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 forever,
Yeah, it's
forever, 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 forever.
stuck at a green light. That's every Monday night at 8, so tune in. You don't want to be late. It's exclusive and it get explicit. You don't want to miss this. Tuck the kids in and pour a glass of miss. And it's something for the men too, black and European too. All around the plane, yeah, we different but got same views. I can smell it in the air, it don't seem right. Brand new Benz, but I'm stuck at a green light. And we losing our jobs to vaccines, right? I don't know what I'ma do. This can't be life. But mama said you must pull it together, cause as long as we got us and we together, it's forever.
Forever, 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 forever.
Stuck at a green light.
What's up, people? What's going on up in the zone? Yet another Mayhem Monday with your girl, forever the realest. Better know it, best believe me. Yes, stuck at a green light is going down right now up in cyberspace. I have the beautiful, legendary. All right, that's all. Legendariness, legendaryism. Okay, but I have the most beautiful, SilkyD up in cyberspace with your girl. Yes, I am excited. All right, we are doing a health day on Stuck at a Green Light. Yes, the topic and the focus for tonight, we're going to be discussing the meat versus the chemical, but an abundance of so much more. What really motivated me to do this topic is the vaccine mandates. I felt a big punch out of that mandate on my birthday, September 18th. I had a number of plans, okay? I wanted to have dinner. I wanted to have the party bus popping. But your girl couldn't do it. Why? Because of the vaccine mandate that is now, just circulating around. You know what I'm saying? And so it made me think about how much we trust the government, how much we rely on the government, not only for a lot of things, but for our food, for our food. What if one day you are mandated to have a vaccine to grocery shop? What do you do then? Yes. So we're going to dive into the juice, okay? We are diving tonight up in it. So make sure you got your drink, your water, your soda, your Gatorade. I don't care. Just have it, all right? Make sure you have your smoke, your sage, your incense, your good. Come on, let's get it, all right? We in a safe place. We at home, we chilling. This weather is getting cozy, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just definitely time. Right now, I just want to send out love, positive vibes to those of you who are watching, those of you around. There's a lot going on in the world, a lot of things yet we don't understand, a lot of things that we do understand. And in the midst of it all, peace be still. Peace be still, and focus. Focus on the prize. Focus on the big picture, okay? And do you. So, stuck at a green light. It goes two ways. It goes just like so. I want to bring awareness to my community, the colored community, okay? That's all colors, you feel me? But the Black and brown community, you know what I'm saying? That's me, So I am diving into different stereotypes, different topics. We knocking them down, stuck at a green light. That's what we do. We knocking them down, honey. And yes, the other way stuck at a green light goes is, of course, in life, we go through things. Things happen that hinders us, that slows us down. But we have to stay focused. We have to be patient, and we have to know that things are happening for a reason. So Just be mindful of that. Never give up. Never give up and just keep going. Keep going. So yes, we're gonna dive right into it. Like I said, if anything on this show is offensive or if you're not feeling anything, please share it. Just keep it respectful. You know what I'm saying? And if not, you can do something else with your time. But, for the most part, share if you care. Come on, enjoy the conversation. Put those comments up in the comments, okay? Join the conversation. All right. Social media, what a wonderful outlet for things as such. We used to scrolling and reading people's stuff, looking at pictures, but let's actually engage. Let's engage. All right now. So it's about to get popping, non-stopping. All right. I'm going to introduce to you. I'm just so excited. Okay. I got the hip hop ambassador. Okay. One of the first female DJs. I mean, we put it out there, West Coast with it. All right. We're going to dive into it all. I am going to bring on right now the beautiful Silky D up in cyberspace.
You tribute to you, beautiful. Like,
amen.
only you know what? Only queens can give other queens the dopest introduction. That I got chills going on right now. You almost had me crying when I was up backstage listening to you. It's just thank you. Really, thank you.
Well, you know what? You're amazing. And the purpose of this show, of course, is to give people their flowers while they're here. When I met you, Silky D, let me tell you, Silky D is such a blessing to me, everybody. I just want you guys to know, just such a wonderful queen, someone who saw me out in the field. We have people that we know in the same circle or whatnot. And she just, if you could see like a cape go over somebody, like she just really took me under her wing, like a big sister. And I really appreciate you for that, girl.
Well, I love you. That's what we have to do to each other. I mean, we have to be that way. We're nurturers. We love. We come from love. Everybody comes out of us. You feel me?
Yes.
So
yes.
we hold the biggest responsibility of making the world be a happier place. So
yes,
and I just look at the universe that's blessed me with many more daughters like you. I feel blessed when I'm around you guys, and you keep me out there. I always say that you guys keep me out there, and to continue that because we need that so desperately. And if we're going to hold the titles as queens and goddesses and empresses, right? That we need to take that responsibility and take care of our communities. So, and it's all colors. It's tribal. It is labels. So, yeah, I appreciate you.
Yes, and I appreciate you as well. I had some wonderful, wonderful ladies, some queens, legends from the West Coast that's been a blessing on Stuck at a Green Light. And it's an honor for me to be hosting a show like such, to be able to have a platform where we can all come together. You know what I'm saying? And not only just in this industry, just women in the whole, like you said, we are the givers of life. We should have our own gang just because of that.
Yes, most definitely.
Yes, I mean,
and know that's just where you're happy at, and know your mission and who you are. And again, I always say it takes one to know one. So
yes,
that's how we connect. They say soul ties, but I truly think it's not just being soul tied. It's more spiritual tied and more into who we are to make this happen in every way possible, because we represent, like you said, life, and we have to demonstrate that and show it.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Even when we discussed it, even when we highly annoyed, even when we want to strangle somebody on sight, yes, we have to keep this goddess essence, this womanism at all time. in all situations, because like we talked about before, we are actually in control of everything.
We are. And we're the
Yeah.
beginning of everything. We are life and death.
Yes, we
Understand
are.
that. As well as we give it, we're also, hi, I see we got somebody. I also know that we cause death. And
Yeah.
we have to really know who we are and control yourself and understand your environment and your atmosphere and not get caught up in your vanity. Because if you're caught up in your vanity, which to me is equivalent to a male's ego, you can cause death. You can cause the downfall of a family, all because you angry at your ex, your children's father.
Mm-hmm.
And we create all of these things not realizing we're passing this on to our children, and we need to make that change. They would not be insecure. They would be able to love themselves. The confidence and everything comes from the family. And if that has to include an ex-wife or ex-husband or ex-baby daddy or mama's baby, we have to come together and all get along to raise confident kings, the future kings and queens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got to be that role model. We're the first teachers of the family, the household, and just give a shout out right now. What's up, Anija? What's up? God is beauty up in here. Soul tribes. Amen. That's what we need.
I love that. I love that.
Soul tribes. Yes.
Yeah, it is. It is. How can our kids love themselves if they don't come from love?
Yeah, it's real. And even diving into the topic tonight of talking about the meat versus the chemicals, it's the
Yeah.
same thing. Like it all goes in together, and then we're gonna dive into it. But love, it's hard. But when we go in biblically and we talk about Jesus and we talk about all the things that he went through, yes, he was amongst the killers, thieves. Yes, he was deceived. Yes, he was backstabbed. All the things that, but one thing that held was his faith, his love, his humbleness, his understanding that we all know not what we do. You know what I'm saying? And to just overcome it all, and love conquers. Love conquers.
Well, for the if they say that God is love, then why they're not representing that? So
Exactly.
now I challenge people who say that, they believe in God or they go to church and praying to God and all of these type of things. Then, well, if that's so, then why are you out here doing harm? Why are you not forgiving? Why are you not? You see what I'm saying? Giving the peace branch, but you don't see them do that. The majority of them don't do that, and that's one thing that I can that has taken me away from really religion and to be more into yourself. I am understand your spirit and how we are the original people from the very beginning. Everyone comes from us.
Right.
So, and that's the reason why we've always been a forgiving type of people, right? But on the other hand, we also in our own world of our people do evil too. So that's the reason why I don't get caught up in colors, the labels they place upon us to not come as one. It's always been divided by labels. It's the Mexicans, it's the Puerto Ricans, it's always done by labels. And why can't it be just human being, well, it's forever? Or it was a queen. You see what I'm saying? Doing that.
Yeah.
Me saying she was a black girl behind it.
Absolutely. It's a difference. And I did a show about that, the dangers of labeling. There's also a queen that's out, and I feel really bad right now because I don't even have her name, but it's a poem, right? You could, research it on YouTube, called The Dangers of the One-Sided Story. It's a girl, I think she's from Nigeria, or, she basically talking about how, when you hear Africa, you hear what, you see what is the dangers of the one-sided story? Animals, poverty, this and that. But when you actually go to Africa, it's a beautiful place, homes, neighborhoods, and that's the same with people. That's the same with people you work with. Like, for instance, like if I had a bad run-in with somebody and we from the same camp and they want to talk about me to somebody else, that is the danger of the one-sided story. Just because this experience happened with this person doesn't mean it's going to happen with you. And that's another thing that we need to keep in mind too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's more to what you hear about a group of people or whatever. And the labeling is what is really causing a strain on love amongst humanity.
I with you on that. That perspective, I didn't look at it like that, but you're totally right. As long as we have some type of racism in us, whatever that may be, it will hinder you from going farther to another level. I run through all, I'm around people, and I'm quite sure you are too. And that person relationship that you have with them, whether you're a friend, mother, sister, brother, and when you hear they have these conversations and you know their conditions, right? Or their environment, and you try to open up, give it an open mind, or bring them into another area that can increase who they are, right? But the problem is that they don't realize it in their own mind that they're hindering themselves because they got issues with other people. They're not forgiving. They don't come out to have a straight conversation, to talk to the other person, to let them know what issues they have about them or why they don't like about them or whatever the case may be. And I see it a lot where it hinders our economy as well.
Absolutely.
And business is business. And yes, don't do business with somebody who didn't do business right. I agree to that. But if it's something that they can learn, then let them know why, because they might not know. They're caught up in an environment. They might have been used to being a certain way or told to be a certain way. You see what I'm saying? So ignorance coming to the play most of the time. And to assume or to be angry, right? And cut off business ties all because of something may have happened. And
that's
9 times out of 10 is communication.
And then it's ego too. And then you got to know people motives behind what they do. Are people looking out because they want to see you successful? Or are they looking out for you because they want to say they did something for you? Or are they looking out for you because,
And as I said, I feel okay. And with that, for me, being spiritual, I choose to, because we all have negative and positive in us.
Yes.
We're human batteries, right?
Yes.
That's why it's so important we have to recharge and get healthy and replenish ourselves and get plenty of sleep and all these things. So you have to decide what side you want to be on. You have to decide, well, I want to stay on the positive side. And if someone, you have to look at it as they reveal themselves to you. And when they reveal themselves to you, then that's when you step away.
And politely.
Right. And it's all because their heart is not right. And for those who speak out, we need to say that and let them know, man, your heart is not right. We have to speak love out our mouth and not reciprocate that energy that they have made you feel.
Absolutely.
How are you gonna get them out of that narcissistic way or that sociopathic way or that whatever? Because it's been, treated in the same way. We reflect that. I just choose, and trust me, I've had people do things. Are they purposely going around you because they just want to get your network? So whatever how they make you feel of being in a useful situation. But I just said, okay, well, they reveal themselves. So I just keep on going forward and not allow that to come back and reciprocate that type of energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Amen. Amen. Peace be still, beautiful. And you know
Yeah.
what? We just dived right into conversation. You know what, Silky D? I need the people to know what's up. I need the people to know who you are, where you come from. You know what I'm saying? We're going to dive right into that. You know, let's let the people know who is Silky D and what's up
Let's
with
go to West Coast, all the way with West
it.
Coast.
Hey, now, what's up,
Yeah.
Smoke? Chips are up in cyberspace. What's going on, Smoke? Hey now. Hey. I hope you enjoying this wonderful night.
And well, shoot, I've been a lot of things before I was Silky D. So I've been in the entertainment game since the age of 13, actually. I became a professional model, a professional dancer. Then I went into the movie world and have been around Sidney Poitier and Rosalind Cash. And I've learned, I've had mentors in my life that kept me grounded. And yes, why no one didn't know me on that side? Well, hey, I've refused to do the casting couch. So,
The casting
I'm
couch.
doing
I mean, can you elaborate a little bit? What is the casting couch?
yeah, well, in my time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so that was always that made me not. That was going back and forth into the entertainment world. But
Right.
um,
But the casting couch is what, Silky D?
um, sleeping definitely
To
sleeping.
get which the part or to get a certain contact or a certain opportunity.
Yeah. Well, the
Okay.
opportunity was there. I had the chance to dance for Red Fox for the Red Fox show. But
Yeah, that's why a lot of us is not at the top.
the choreographer, you know, stopped that. I was a professional model. My mom had put me into how all that began when my mom put me into the Miss California teen pageant. And I lived on the west side close to Beverly Hills. And I became, of course, it was the blue eye girl that was the queen, right? And I was the first runner up. So by that, they gave me a Bounding Career with Learners and Montgomery Wards. You guys probably don't know what Montgomery Wards is. You guys, Learners is still around, I think. And I was in Glamour and Vogue magazine for 2 years. And, I did runway shows and things like that. So I got discovered by Dionne Warwick's husband, Bill Elliott, and Gene Simmons. And not Kiss Gene Simmons, but this was a Black guy. And I went from that to, at the age of 13, I was very tall for my age. I was 5'8" at that time and overdeveloped. Unfortunately, it was not common in my world, so I was like a freak of nature, basically. And with that, soared my career. Saw me dancing with the Lockers, from Soul Train. Yeah, that's how I met Shabba-Doo, which is really cool because they were there at that pageant. And that's how I met Shabba-Doo, Scooby-Doo and stuff. So, yeah, wow, memories, man. Forgive me. And so from there, got into I met Robbie Reed. When I met Robbie Reed from me having a contract with Montgomery Wards, we had charm school. And she was in charm school. Yeah, never forget it. She was about like 17. She told me that. She said, "You remember that?" Yes. So that's when Robbie Reed left LA and went to New York. So I met her there. I remember meeting Kim Fields when her mother had an acting school right there in Midtown in LA. I don't know if anybody know about that, but I used to go to, the acting classes over there. So all of that was a part of me being at the age of 13. And I got out of the course, like I said, knocked down the casting couch a couple of times. And hey, was this going to be a regular person? But I got very militant. I became a Black Panther at the end of their stages. My cousin is a South Central original Black Panther, and him and Geronimo Pratt, I was able to be around, made me very militant, and started being the bully, the bully in a good sense in my neighborhood. So I protected a lot of
In a good sense.
protected a lot of kids, and I had an army because by me being over developing stuff, the college boys, you know, and the maturity that I had, the college boys became my big brothers, and they, you know, helped protected me because of the fact that I was always being harassed all the time, and then I was a virgin. So the college boys could take me out and would bring me home and respect the fact that I was a virgin. It was just my own peers, high school age, that I had issues with. And I almost got gang raped, actually. You know, I survived that. Wow. Coming. You know, at that time we was able to walk out at night. You could take your friend home, walk them down the street. No,
right.
And the guys were angry because I wouldn't give them no action, no play, or whatever the case may be. So they decided they wanted to team up and jump me one night. And I don't know what happened. I just went crazy, and all I heard is somebody say, "Oh, that bitch is crazy." You know, that bitch is crazy and stuff. Because I was fighting for my life.
Amen. Yes. That's crazy.
You know, I was,
crazy.
Because,
like,
you know, being a virgin, you hear about nice things that happen for you, but you don't want to go out like that. You don't want your first experience to be like that.
To be that way, right? Like,
you know,
wow.
Right. So after that, I wasn't able to get, I used to be like, you can't be at the other end of the block. You know, I went to Catholic school. I went to public school first. You know, I went to Marvin Avenue, and I've also been, my mother, she traveled a lot. And me being the oldest, I ended up being the mother to my brother, my brother and sister. So I went through a lot in life growing up. And I would just say the universe or God just blessed me with angels to, for me to learn a lot. And the fact that being a kid coming up from a single parent home, more so as far as females are concerned, it was definitely a life experience for me that I didn't want no kid to suffer what I went through. So that's why I ended up being a Black Panther and protecting the neighborhood. I just didn't want them to go through what I was going through.
Right.
Yeah, being hungry and stuff. And that's who made me who I. Yeah,
that's the thing. That's the mystery about life. The things that we go through, like we all have a story to tell, and we never know what we go through unless we open our mouths. And that's why it's very, very, it's important to be mindful how you treat people, because you just never know their backstory. But when we go through these things, it creates this beautiful outcome of a person. And that's why I always pray for people that, probably can't handle things or it's too much for them, but you just got to keep pushing. You got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Renidra is saying we have to protect our energy by using our gift of awareness and start purging people, places, and things. Amen. Being more, having more discernment. Being more selectful about who you have in your circle, who you have around you. And just like what you said, there's fools out here. There's people out here that's full of demon, and don't have no remorse, don't even care. You know what I'm saying? So
that's why these shows are what we're doing, because maybe those evil ones, see, the good thing about staying on a positive side is eventually they can cross over, or maybe they can wake up and see the light. Because we represent that. This is what, I believe into, because you don't want to allow yourself to go over there, because once you're soiled, you'll end up doing what they're doing. So this is when I say pain causes pain.
See,
because they want to cause pain to everybody else instead of trying to heal themselves or to be like a shining light like yourself. To want to help, to heal themselves or to get help, or to be, because when we're around our association, it's powerful and it's so strong. Right?
Real talk. Yeah.
That's why
it's the numbers
are on this. So that's why I want to be on this side more. So yeah, I may see you because now I understand about what it means to love thy enemy.
Right.
I understand that because that's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
But guess what? I'm going to stay on this side and I'm cool with you. And
From a distance.
you got it.
What's going on, Dismos? Dismos is up in cyberspace.
Yeah.
What it do? Listen, check out my boy Dismos at King TV, King Tech TV. Wednesdays and Thursdays, Instagram. My boy Dismos is doing great things. Keeping it going with the park. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes.
What is going on, beautiful? Yes, all the way from Texas. What's going on, Tamia? Much love. You said it best. Yes, sis. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You know what I'm saying? You could be doing anything. Even just this is much love, much support. Thank you so much. You look so pretty, boo. Oh,
yes, she does.
thank you. Thank you. Yes, we need you. It's time for people to wake up and stay woke. And it's our job to help those who are lost. Yeah, when you have platforms as such, you know what I'm saying? It's very, very important. You know what I mean?
Actually, when they know that someone has died, right? The community come together to be there, even though they didn't know who your death is, your loss is. They're there to support you in your funeral service. They come to there to say the goodbyes and stuff as a community. It's really deep. You know, that's the other thing that we Americans have been so programmed.
Yes.
That we have to know our culture. We have to know where we come from. You know, yes, we were here too. Don't get it twisted. They try to say we was, but we were here too. Our indigenous people.
Yes.
It goes from here all the way to
Indigenous Day.
See.
Indigenous Day. I'm trying to see what day that was real fast.
The 22nd.
Oh, well, I done dropped the earring on that note. I'm not even about to get it either.
The 22nd. I'm gonna get real. I'm gonna take this hat off in a few minutes, you guys. Like
for real. Oh yes. No. Indigenous People Day. It was October 11th.
Oh, it's the 11th. Well, it's supposed to be on the day of Columbus. Isn't Columbus the 11th or the 22nd? It's the 11th, I believe. Right? It's the 11th.
As far as November, Indigenous Peoples Day is on the 11th, and I don't see nothing else like until Election Day, Veterans Day on the 11th and stuff. Oh yes, you guys, and daylight savings time ends November 7th, so mark that on your calendar.
Right, because they have pushed it. They're playing around with our
they playing around
solar system, and they pushed that.
Yes, they are. It's very unfortunate. But you know what? I wanted to dive a little bit into the topic of the night. We are talking about the meat versus the chemicals. The meat versus the chemicals. And so I was talking to my boy CO. Much love to CO Beats. Check out my boy Flytrap TV. He did the intro to Stuck at a Green Light.
And I love that. Yeah, I'm going to tell you about it. So.
Yes, thank you so much. Wow. I don't see him in cyberspace, but he probably, being bad somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But yeah, so
be a good bad. Don't be a bad bad. Be a good bad.
Right. We were talking about it. I've heard a lot of talk about vegans and people that's like, oh, I don't eat meat. And it made me think about some stuff, how we were talking about, like, is it the meat that's really unhealthy for us? Or is it the chemicals that's inside of the meat and inside of not only just the meat, but all the other products that we have, like, the industrial food system is not making people healthy in America. No, and it's like this. I don't think there is an escape. Like, when we talk about the meat versus the chemical, the main thing is we're living beings. And I don't know if you guys seen Avatar, but please look at it.
Yes.
Let's look at that. We talked about energy. We talked about keeping our peace still. We also need to do that with the things that we put into our bodies. When we talk about the meat, yes, well, there's different types of meat, of course, but nobody really talks about the animal, what they went through, what they were being fed, how they were killed. The energy and the chemical imbalances that even the animals have when they're in distress. And we're eating these things. Like, what do you think about, like, not going into this of the chemical imbalance and the chemicals that there are putting into the animals and things of that nature, and the way that these animals are, how they're tortured and distressed, and we're eating these things, the people that are eating meat. But what do you think about that before I go any further?
Kind of like how they're doing as human beings. I mean,
yes, like they're trying to do us, like especially with this vaccine and much more things. This is a big topic.
That part, and I'm gonna stay on subject because otherwise, Nat, oh my God. For one, what humans have to realize is that even if you are vegan, doctors will tell you to eat a little fish or chicken because we are the highest of the food chain, our mammals or whatever the case may be. And I hate to say it like that, but all the demonic dark worlds, I'm not going to say black worlds, dark worlds that we have hunt us too. So, and I don't want to go that far on it, but when it comes down to me, it comes down to anything that you're consuming. You need to know what you are consuming because years and years and years may be creating these health problems. I know we all have our time, right? We don't know how long we're going to be here, but to stay in our healthy stages, then we definitely need to heal the bodies with the herbs of what Mother Earth has given us.
Yes, absolutely.
It's so important because it's the earth. They talk about all of these things out here, like the COVID, but look, the body heals itself. Mother Earth, if we don't take care of her, she's not going to take care of us. And let me say this, we don't mean that she's going to explode or anything. She's been here for billions of years, quadrillions and whatever, how far it could go. It's always been here. It's just everything on here hasn't. So how long do you want to last as human beings? Are we going to let something that has been programmed into us to say man will destroy man when man don't have to destroy man? Kind. See what I'm saying? They're building AIs maybe because as human beings and we keep on doing what we're doing, it's no longer going to be here. We're not going to be here. So you have to think and love yourself again and understand what you're putting on you. You do have to read or find out what certain things are. But if you can keep it more holistic than anything else, you have the chance to heal yourself, to detox every week, to eliminate. And you need to put more vegetables on there and make meat your smallest portion on your plate. Because in every animal, if you study them, they only kill when they have to. Otherwise than that, they don't eat. They eat everything else until they have to. They only kill when it's necessary, not because they want it or it's there in front of their face all the time. And we're such hoarders, or we're such greed. We have so much greed and all that kind of stuff is the reason why they're replacing a whole lot of things that we could be consuming healthy stuff. As well as the controversy, why they're doing because they zap, we are the money. We pay for everything.
Yes, it's the choices that we're making. They say, okay, because I had a very interesting talk with someone, and it's a difference between diseases and viruses.
Yeah.
I know a lot of viruses are man-made, COVID, but excuse me, a lot of viruses are viruses, but diseases is really something that is caused by a lack of living properly. It's something that is just you kind of do it to yourself a little bit
Yeah.
because of the things that you're putting into your body. Stuff like, I mean, when we talk about food, we talk about obesity, heart failure, diabetes. You were talking about cancer, AIDS. Like, how do most of these people live a healthy, vibrant life? And that is eating food that is alive, meaning plants, right?
Right. But
Animals. You know, you got to eat stuff that's alive, not processed. Like Dismos is saying, like we stopped all fake processed food. Now, Dismos, he moved to the Dominican Republic.
yeah.
So he's on the island. Like every time he go live, I want to go. It's an islandy situation.
You got to fly us both out there, Dis. I just say
Dismos, we coming.
you. Oh my God.
He has everything in his backyard. Everything from fish. I mean, talk about naked and afraid. I don't know if you guys seen that, or people being trapped on the island or whatnot or whatever. But just looking at Dismo's lives and stuff, and when he be having like these fruits and vegetables and things that are just from the earth, those are the things that we need to be eating. That's why I said look at Avatar. No dairy, no sugar.
Am I right, Dis?
Bread.
We have never heard of.
Only chicken and fish. Yep. All sweets come from fruit. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it really works to really be mindful of what you eat. I mean, he got the whole dietary game plan right here up in the comments. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Don't just, it's all these labels like we discussed, vegan, vegetarian, cannibal or whatever, enough. Like we need to be healthy.
Chemicals in them or something going on with them and they don't tell them. They are, like the margarine versus the butter. Get the butter than the margarine because the margarine the oil will kill you. You feel me? I don't do no imitation, nothing. If it has to say it's been altered, I'm good. I'm good. This is right about the sugar thing and stuff. When I did, I was a 12. Yeah, I did the competition, fitness competition, after I had survived cancer to be an example. And I was 42 years old. And I started in the fitness world. And to do the ESPN Fitness National, I had to go through a week before the competition. You have to dehydrate your body. So there's no fat at all, right? And the skin literally is sticking on your bones to get that chisel look or whatever that it is for you to be on the stage. And my eating program was definitely no sugar, no dairy, no breads, and no pasta.
And all of those things are not living organisms. No. All of those things are not. And that's how how are you going to be a living vessel not eating living things? That's really how you keep yourself healthy. When you think about it, right? And then the things like Dismo said, that comes from our mother nature. The sugar is in the fruit. The salt is in the fish and the food and the you know what I mean? And it's about
lemon is a substitute for salt.
What's a substitute for salt?
Lemon.
See?
Yeah, that's a substitute for salt.
Yes. And when I was thinking about like, what if we were mandated to go grocery shopping? Is it, okay, because you have the government food policy that promotes junk food. And when you go into a grocery store and everybody check it out. I mean, I know for those of you who know, yes, but those of you who don't know, when you go into a grocery store, understand that all the things that are healthy for you are going to be up against the wall. the produce section. All around the store is all the healthy stuff. For real. All of the other stuff that you should just not have is in the middle aisles. Boom, 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 bam.
Very true.
Yes. Yes. To be healthy is to live healthy.
Right.
We have to eat living things to be alive. We're living. So that is what's going to keep us healthy. So that's why they always promote eating fruit, vegetables, things from the earth. So then that makes me think about like, okay, so the government food policy promotes junk food and all this other stuff. Why am I even trusting them so much? And with this whole pandemic going down, how you could just take my rights away for not getting a vaccine made me really think about how we have to go back. Maybe we need to grow our own food.
Oh no, I was about a good 10 years ago, you know, to have a garden.
Yes.
We've got the pods, the aqua pods. You can grow your nice little garden inside your apartment. So
yeah, or you could get big old vases or vases, however you guys want to say.
right.
Like you utilize your living space. And I'm an educator. I read these stories to children, and it's even people who live in like high-rise apartments that was set up like a little gardening section, on their windowsill. You know what I'm saying? To promote. Then you live in an apartment, you don't have a garden. Okay, you could get big old vases, big old, and have your onions and your sunflower seeds. It's possible. We have to really go back, people. With technology and all these things with the media that they throw out at us, it distracts us from what really is vital for our existence. And just the foods and things that they promote, understand that these are different companies that are making money off of your choices and your mighty dollar. So we have to keep that in mind as well. Like we are making other people rich and they do not care about our health, because why? We are making the choice to be unhealthy or to get these products or these things, right?
Just think of how they do it. We're being slaughtered.
See?
We're being slaughtered.
We're being slaughtered.
Whether we want to
We're
accept
being
it.
slaughtered.
I mean, yes, we should enjoy life. But enjoy life being healthy. Enjoy life
Enjoy life being healthy.
Having the same mind, because you understand also stress being the number one clip. There's 3 number ones, period. Stress is the ultimate on top. Tobacco is number 2. And number 3 is alcohol. Okay.
All chemicals. Everything you said, all of that are chemicals that can kill you.
And
the stress, the alcohol, the tobacco.
We talk about virus and disease. Your stress can create the disease.
Yes.
Whatever
and it's all a chemical imbalance.
You channel that into your body in a whole bit, and that creates cancer, believe it or not. Creates, having heart disease. Lupus, these type of things come from stress. Whatever that you're not letting go of is going to concentrate in that area. They told me that when I had I went to mental health by I am a kidnap rape victim. So, and I held, the black woman, superwoman thing. I held everything underneath the rug, kept pushing it.
Yes.
And I finally I finally hit when I turned 50. And I was suicidal. Okay. I crashed because I never had allowed myself to get these things out of that has happened to me, or talk to somebody about it, just keep on going, because I come from that. In my era, I would say the women in my era was more of, you can't talk to nobody or anything like that. Nobody.
You sweep it under the rug.
Right.
It's a secret.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Everybody puts their business out in the front now, but before you couldn't do that. Right. Everybody had like closets, secret skeletons in the closet in the whole night.
Yeah.
how dare you mention it? You know, if you did want to cry out or say something stuff, so you really didn't have nobody to go to unless you come in with uh, someone like a grandmother or auntie or a neighbor that you looked at or like an auntie or where they embrace. Be the only time that maybe you can get that through. And even at that, guess what? It was only be talked about, but nothing was done about it, or there was no solutions about it. What to do.
Right.
So mental health, I finally went into mental health, diagnosed with PSTD. That explained for me why I couldn't remember a whole lot of things tragically that happened to me. It was there all along, but never talk about it. Right? So out of sight, out of mind for me to keep going forward. So that's when they was talking about brushing it underneath the rug. So that
it's a horrible thing to do
because I didn't handle that had created cancer, which was cancer. I'm a survivor of ovarian cancer, and they said the stress and the rate was to target that area of my body.
So you were breaking up a little bit, and you were saying that the stress that you endured with that situation is what caused the cancer to come?
Right. It targets the area wherever you've been attacked at. And that's what they told me when I was going to counseling.
This is so important. Like, people got to understand, like,
right, what stress does is to you. You know, if, prime example, die of a broken heart. If your heart is stressed, you create the heart disease and you are the heart attack or whatever it can be. So stress, whatever that might have affect you, will affect the parts of your body of what you're stressed out about, or whether you have been attacked or not. And I learned that when I was going through counseling.
Yeah. Yes.
Out there to everybody. Stress is the number one killer. It will
killer. Yes, it is.
Food.
You could be vegan, vegetarian, carnivore, whatever you want to call it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the chemicals.
Right.
It's the chemical imbalances. It's everything else. It's not just meat. It's not just processed food. You know, even though these do matter. You know what I'm saying? And it is more to this, and is more to these underlying diseases and understanding how they work, you know? So the difference from America and out here is our food is not shipped or drove somewhere. It's from the tree to me. Amen.
Amen. And they say,
amen. And that's the most healthiest way to be. Your skin, your eyes, your senses will be more enhanced. You'll see the world differently. You know what I'm saying? Eating more healthy. And I like meat, and I'm not going to stop eating it to those vegans and people out there. Again, the attack of the labeling.
Right.
You have to be just more selective, more mindful. Read the labels. Okay? Because we, we're born into sin. I understand a lot of things that we do is because it was taught to us. But this is the time of information. So read those labels and research what is these things? What are these chemicals or substances, whatever, and what are the side effects?
Yeah, and pay attention too. The fact that they know, because they're watching and listening a whole bit, they know that zinc as well as garlic and what we said, zinc, garlic, and there's another element that will help you get through any flu, cold, and COVID. I don't know if you guys noticed it or not, because they found out that zinc is one of our main ingredients to keep us from having COVID. They're selling it in our orange. They're selling it in Minute orange juice right now. It says zinc on it.
Well, I mean, oranges always just stick to the same.
What I'm saying is they put out a product to make people buy because everybody knows that zinc is a part of you from having colds or COVID. So they just launched off, I think it's by Minute. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But there is an orange juice in the store right now that says WIC zinc on it.
Mm.
They in our stores right now because they've caught on to what heals us. So they turn around and try to market that in the stores for you to buy it. And you could be buying a chemical.
Mm-hmm.
Just in a chemical.
Yes.
Because, you know, you hear the word and we jump on it without even looking in the whole 9 yards. So that's what I want to bring to the table, to back up what you're saying, to check these labels, find out what's going on with it. I just wanted to give an example.
Yes. And we're hearing stuff like the impossible meat, the impossible burger. We're hearing stuff, you know, plant-based. All this stuff is manufactured. You know, don't trust none of it. Like, you know.
The Beyond Burger is supposed to be made of chickpeas. So
soy, all kind of crazy stuff. Watch, Google what's inside of the Impossible Burger, people. You know, I encourage people to do their own research on the things that I talk about. You know what I'm saying? What's inside of the Impossible Burger? What is an organic fruit? Why is it called organic? You know what I'm saying? Why? Do you like that it just says organic and you don't know why it's organic, or what's keeping this food organic? You know, all this stuff is processed. All this stuff is manufactured. I'm looking at baby boy's mama in her backyard with her table, her glass of wine, and her song.
I am not, trust me. I'm looking for that day.
Look at baby boy, people. Look at baby boy.
I love it.
But you know what I want to do right now? I am going to do a toast to you, SilkyD. You know, like I was, you know, stuck at a green light. Hey, we chilling right here. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to do a toast to you and all that you do. You know, just being a woman, being in your element, and just keep going with encouraging others like myself, encouraging the people around you to keep going, to pursue, and to also still, you know, be healthy. You know,
healthy. I love you. I am here for you to be the queen that you are. I thank you and I appreciate you for having a format like this so we can talk about things that we need to communicate with each other and to, what they say, when an elder dies, a library is burned to the ground. So I appreciate that. I'm always growing. I tell everybody to continue to grow, because when you stop growing, you become that bitter person. You become that pain causes pain. You just end up dying before your time. You see what I'm saying? We have to take care of everything, not just our physical and our spiritual. We have to take care of our mental, because the mind is the greatest aphrodisiac, and it also controls everything else. You know, it makes us walk, talk, the whole bit. So we can't take care of this.
And you need this.
And know who you are.
There's a thin line between insane and sanity.
Yes, it is. Very much so.
It is a thin line. People know this. You know, with dementia, you know, with Alzheimer's, all these diseases, all these things are caused by things that we do, our habits.
Yeah. And
you know what I'm saying?
Terrorism comes in every way. They try
we're self-sabotaging ourselves. You know what I mean?
And I'm a G. Terrorism is game banging. So
hey,
I'm just keeping it real. I'm a gangster for God. I am a G, and I'm a gangster for God. That's what I'm
a gangster for God. Amen to that, girl.
You know, I'm just tired of us being broke because we have to move out, all because we allow for things to happen in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Why should we have to move when we can correct our neighborhood?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's choice. It's the power of choice. The choices. Your choices is your everything. Your choices can make or break you. It's your choices. Yours. You know what I'm saying?
You're on the negative side, right?
Yeah, so
I love being on
SilkyD,
the positive side.
I want to talk a little bit about your DJing history. I want to know. I know you were announced by KJLH in the first female DJ.
DJ. That was with DJ Magic Mike, rest in peace, and also Michael Mix and More. They definitely had a midnight mix show on KJLH, and Michael and Magic Mike. I gotta give it to Magic Mike too, man. They really pushed me out there along with a few of the other brothers. I can at least say that. And KJLH, when the first time I ever heard my music on the radio station was from KJLH, and they announced me as the world's first female DJ. And from then on, within like the next year, I think in 81, 82, Uncle Jam's Army had me DJing for them. And I was also part of Music People as far as an audio sound group of a bunch of young men as well as DJs that helped put that arena together for the sports arena and the Veterans Auditorium and on the history of Uncle Jam's Army. So then I recorded a song, Dollar Freak, right? The voice of Dollar Freak, and then turned around and got with DJ Unknown for 808 beats. And then Bobby helped engineer the record, Big Bug with Bobby Jimmy and the Critters. And again, I was just doing what I love doing as far as the music and stuff. So I didn't have the education of the business world, right? So
right.
Good. I was having fun. And then I was a mom too. I was raising my daughters, because I also had a stepdaughter with me. And I only went out when it was time for me to do my business and work, and I came home. Usually all the crew and stuff used to hang over. We had many domino games and barbecuing because I cooked too, right? Feeding the neighborhood. And did a lot of, I DJ for a lot of famous people. And then turned into the first female mix master, K-Day.
Wow.
With Greg Mack.
Dope.
He loved my voice from Dollar Freak, so I was moaning and groaning. Morning show, and sitting there talking to him, and that's how I got on the, as far as doing a little mix master skit for K-Day along with Julio G. And wow, I got chills right now.
You also did a lot of sound for Tina Marie,
audio owner,
Ice Cube, Monica.
Certainly did. That was my last concert that I did.
Yes.
For Ice Cube, Monica Soul for Real, 95 South, 69 Boys. The Brat was on there for one night. That was that's when Monica was first coming out. And I managed my daughter's career in the game as her being the first youngest DJ in history at the age of 10, and then officially managed her career with Immature, B2K, and she got old, and of course they emancipated them, but I at least held on to her for her 17 years, and then she went on with Herbie Hancock, T-Pain. I mean, DJ Sparks, she's still holding my crown up there on the top, so I'm very blessed behind that. Also was a sound stage director, only woman ran a 17-man crew, Lighting and Sounds crew.
There you go.
We provided the sounds and engineer, Shaka Khan, Boosie. I did Tina Marie, Gap Band, Cameo, Confunction, and Bass. I've done a lot throughout my history with many names, AKA Dell, AKA Lady Dell, and of course, SilkyD. And then I would say while I was doing all of this, I was also an educator. I was behavioral specialist for juvenile court schools. And I was dealing with, Nicholson Gardens, Aliso Village, all our students that came from there that was on probation was in my class. We had a special class that ran on the same campus right here in Lawndale, where we did mental health, severe emotionally disturbed, and juvenile court all on one campus. And before that, I did 7 years as dealing with autistic kids and sign language for deaf mute autistic kids. So I have a long history. Yes, I'm that old.
Yes, but you have done so many wonderful, pivotal things. It's just amazing. And it's still more. Like you always just got so much to give. Like I know we talked about TLC. What's a little bit about TLC? I know that we're talking about health.
Total
This
life
is a health
changes.
night on Stuck in a Green Light. What?
Well, TLC is Total Life Changes. It's it's a wellness and health business. And we just not just in health and wellness, the coffee business, the tea business. It fits its CBD business. And I am one who take the products. I'm gonna tell you, it keeps my stomach down. I take the Delgado coffee, right? But they have the number one ISO tea. You guys can look that up. That ISO tea, if you call it, or ISO tea, however you want to pronounce it. It guarantees you to lose 5 pounds within a week, really, by drinking the tea. And when I say it has no chemicals, none. It is Amish. And if you know about the Amish culture, they have the purest form of everything. It is Mormon. They are the same. And it's also the Muslims too. So it's a lot. I can't pronounce it right, but yes, it's certified. See how many products you can find like that.
Yes, and they're out there from makeup. It's a friend of mine. She's selling makeup products and stuff with no chemicals that are all natural. There are things out there chemical free. It's not just about the meat, people. It's not just about. It's about the chemicals. Okay, it's about chemical imbalances in our body and things of that nature. So try to keep things as chemical free as you can, and so what's up with Ladylike Entertainment?
Ladylike, well, Ladylike Entertainment is because I've always been, throughout my life, if anybody know me, I've always been a lady in the business.
Yes, gotta stay a lady now.
Yes. Well, you gotta understand, Uncle Jam's Army, when you're around 20, 30 guys, you feel me, running a 17-man crew and being on tour with them, being the only female, I have maintained myself as a lady 100%, even if I had to, get down and dirty as far as for me to prove that I was not somebody they hired and I was screwing the promoter or something. I mean,
right. Because that always been a thing. I get it. I know. Gosh.
Yeah, that's the attitude that you
be going through the same stuff. I can't give nobody a hug or nothing. No, for who forever talking to so and so. Forever, it's not. Look, and it's not nobody's business forever.
Right.
But I'm just saying, it's still a way that we do got to hold ourselves out here amongst all these men. So I can definitely dig how challenging that could have been.
Oh my God. So yeah. And I even if, I just believe that as women, we need to be that anyway. Even if you're in a relationship, maintain being a lady.
Yes.
Because if you step out of your feminine world and get more masculine, you create that masculine to react of his biological nature against you.
Right.
Yeah. And you don't, abuse is abuse. I'm not for abuse at all. But what I'm pointing again, ladies, we are life and death. We can create them. We can create them going to prison. We can.
Yeah. And when you a young little hot-headed, hot-mouthed, hot-tempered person as a woman, you don't realize that's why men always be blaming us for everything. Because I'm not saying they're valid, but we do have the power, and we got to understand, like, you could calm a man with a look or with a twitch in your hip or with a caressing gesture. to not take it, because I had to learn, people. I wasn't always like that. I was all mouthy, and that's probably why, things went the way they did, and I'm not saying I had no right to be. I had, but it's not about being right. It's not about, who's the loudest or who proves the best point. It's about communicating for understanding. And if it's not the time to communicate, we'll come visit it another day. But ladies, we do got to learn how to be more of a man's piece. We do. And we do have to learn how to, keep it cute, keep it sexy, because we have a lot of power. And we can control the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
We can't.
Your vanity can create something worse when you can just.
That's true.
Still, hold on. Be still. And hey, the next day is a new day. And then let's talk about it. Of course, there's some people they got to carry their anger for a couple of days. All right, check it out. I'm going to keep my peace. I'm still going to cook your breakfast, boo-boo. I'm still going to go to work, whatever that it is to be, and come on back. But when you're ready to get out of your element and calm down, where we can have this conversation if you want to solve the problem, or we could just keep living a facade.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to live a facade, then I suggest that you give somebody their own time and space to get rid of that emotion that they can't handle, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Maybe rethink about the things that you do, because I'm being an alpha female. My attitude is, okay, if you got a problem with me being upset, but I still want some, then we need to solve the problem before I want some. Because men, they don't give a damn whether you're mad or not, and they're going to try to make the attempt to want to get with you, right? So the whole point of it is, we have to think in that type of way. Let's solve the problem. Otherwise, I'm still, even though we're going to get down in the morning, I'm still going to be angry at you. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people use other things to take them on this high. But when they come down off this high, the problem is still there.
Right.
So if you don't settle the problem, then we're going to be living this facade with each other. And then it can create maybe cheating. It might create, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dishonesty or not, or the trust issue starts to come into the play. And then we start assuming. And I'm not saying that women assume, because men assume too. So you'll start assuming. And I would say, as they say, relationships fall apart because of 80% assuming and 20% real. So let's reverse that percentage. And let's take care. Let's communicate again. Communication is the key. And let's get this out and go forward. And you still got an issue, then all right, well, maybe it's because you don't want to be in this relationship anymore. I would challenge that. Because sometimes people do stuff because they're too much of a coward to be real, to not want to walk out the relationship or say they don't want to be in a relationship anymore. It's not working with us.
Right.
The model is, because I got married. I didn't want to get married. And I got married because of the peer back then, the families be setting you up and all that kind of stuff. I was getting married. I believe in the vows. So my husband asked me for a divorce because he felt his career was more important. And I honored it. And then he tried like 5 or 7 years to try to get me back. But now it's like I had the freedom, and no, after I went through the experience, I don't want to deal with that anymore. But guess what? We had a kid together. So the point of it is that I'd rather have 2 happy homes than 1 miserable one.
Yes. And that saying, I love you so much, I had to let you go, is super real.
Yeah.
Super vital.
That too. Don't force yourself to be in a relationship because of all of these certain things that are attached to you, like finance, children, right? A place to keep a roof over your head, because that's killing you too. That's adding on stress to your life. Not only that is adding stress on your life, guess what? The family breakdown now. the revenge is coming out, right? I'm using the kids to be against you. I can't take that. And men do it too, but women do it more so, to use their kids against the kid's father. That irks me all the way, because that's a part of what has been a destruction of our race, period.
Yeah.
When we can work together. You don't want me no more, I don't want you no more. Okay, guess what? If we respect each other, have integrity, definitely protect our kids, not just have anybody being around them.
Right. Absolutely.
Then we can work together.
Yes, and your kids will see for themselves. Don't be speaking up on the parents. That's both sides. Oh, amen. I was a product of a separated, family. My mom and dad, I saw them for who they were myself.
Right.
And my dad used to always say, "You're too young to understand. You're too young to understand." Rest in peace to my dad. But I get it. That's all he would tell me. You know what I'm saying? And my mom, she just would be like, I don't want to talk about your dad, whatever. But as I got older, I was able to see myself. So now that my son is in the same situation, I kept that in mind. And my son is going to see for himself, and just giving people the space to make their own decisions. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to like the decisions, but fuck him. No, I'm just playing. As long as my son is safe. Amen.
I had to check a female because she was talking about her baby's daddy and her mother-in-law, whatever, in a bad way. And I was like, regardless of how you feel about them or how they're treating you a whole bit, what are you saying to your kid when you're saying these things, right? Like, you don't understand what that says about you.
You point a finger and the fingers is pointing back.
What that says about you, you're talking about something like that, but you're living with them, or they're taking care of you, or the whole bit. But because you're angry, you want to say all these things, and then you're saying it around your kids. Like, this is the reason how they get low self-esteem, because they need to see love. You guys have to be cordial. Because to me, if you really love somebody, it needs to be unconditional.
And some people don't even know what that is, girl. What is
love means, check this out. Unconditional love means that even though you're not happy with me, I love you enough for you to be happy with somebody else.
Right?
No, oh shit.
I know.
Because if you're happy, I'm happy. That means that if I see you, I can say hello and keep it going. Or that means that, hey, your son be ready and blah, blah, blah. And we could talk about some funny shit together, because guess what? It still takes a village to raise a child. My daughter, like I said, my daughter used to say to me when she was going, "Mom, why is it that every time when Dad calls, y'all be talking for hours?" You know what I told her? I said, "Well, that's because me and your dad was friends first before we ever had gotten together." I told her. And I also said, this is your dad. So I'm always going to be your dad. And I went to, his family gatherings. His family embraced me as like one of their daughters, not like an in-law. So they didn't care about him. I was a part of the family. So it didn't matter. I became friends with his wife. What matters is show love to your children. They come from love. That don't mean that. See, that's the other thing too. Because look, you don't want me, I don't want you. And I remember his wife one time. She kind of like let me know she was right. Check it out. She kind of let me know she was a little jealous. Oh, we're gonna have a baby stuff. I was like happy. Like, look, in my head was like, shoot, better you than me.
Hey, if you really want to know the stuff,
I'm supporting you. Like, better you.
Then right.
In my brain, if he wanted me, we would have been still together. If I wanted him, we would have been still together.
Yeah, that's all. You gotta accept. Acceptance, people. Acceptance.
That's what I'm talking about.
So I gotta ask you the million dollar question of the night.
Go ahead.
This will be the last question. And I really enjoyed this. This was such a dope show. I mean, so informal. I'm sure somebody got something out of it, which is my mission, my goal. Even if it's a half a person, one person, it don't even matter. But the question of the night is describe a stuck at a green light moment. How did you react? What is the outcome? A stuck at a green light moment is something like, an opportunity or something that you had coming or something that you looked forward to, but it didn't work out. But you still overcame it and you still, you didn't give up. So, what is this? So, okay. What is a stuck at a green light moment?
I've had a couple of stuck in green moments, but the stuck at a green light moment is when I turned down $500,000 from somebody famous. Yeah, for 2 weeks.
Girl, give it to me.
And all I can say is I thanked him for letting me know how much I'm worth.
Well, I mean, hey, that's the dopest stuck at a green light moment. I mean, geez, it kind of remind me of what I said about Dave Chappelle not too long ago.
Hey,
that all opportunity is not good opportunity. It just sounds like one of those situations.
All money ain't good money. That's
yeah,
for sure.
And that being stuck at a green light moment, girl. Like I even had a stuck at a green light moment like that. I have an opportunity. But the vibes, ain't even worth it. Ain't even worth it. And it's a dope opportunity. But the vibes, And like I said, peace be still. Peace be still.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're gonna have to chunk up $500,000 for your peace, and it's worth every penny.
Yeah, I would say I made that much in about a year when in my prime. So I mean,
see,
hey, I've had pocket full of money just as well as not having it at all. It's just your journey and what you do when it happens. Are you prepared? And not to lose yourself and forget who you are. And pray that you have a great support mechanism to get you through and be grateful behind it and never forget it and reciprocate that love when somebody else is in that same place instead of being judgmental or pointing your finger, because we don't know what somebody is going through.
No, we don't. Or what they've been through.
And exactly, and that could set them off the edge. And
dang, what did I do? Like you was the last straw. That's what you did.
Right, all because of pride.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Anger and ego. So
anger and ego. Whoa, those combinations, boy.
Yeah, so and vanity. When women, like that's our ego, the vanity. So you get caught up so much in yourself, you think you're, whatever. I don't put myself into that, but I have understand and experience in my lifetime, like when to shut up. Right. I'll never forget it. When I was younger in a car accident with my boyfriend and I was running off in the mouth and he slammed on the brakes. I went to the window, got what you call it in the eye because he had that mirror that went across the windshield. It taught me not to be angry or create an argument when somebody is driving.
Reflect, looking at yourself, what you could have done different.
The things that you do that you can correct along life, that you come to this time, that you know what it is to be a full queen or a full goddess or full empress. My grandmother said, and I have to thank her for that, she said, you can get more with honey than you do with vinegar.
Hey, see?
So, yeah.
Now, and that's on the real.
So, we have
that's on the real.
And that's how you got Ladylike, understand. So we got Ladylike. But yeah, I got to keep on growing and
Yeah.
learn from those who's already been, and they can give you the best advice to know how to deal with it or either to avoid it.
Amen.
Hmm.
So right now, I just want to get a real quick glimpse, real quick, of your IG. We're gonna peep the IG real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We coming to the ending of the show. It has been a definite pleasure. Okay,
Stuck at
so
the
yes, this is the beautiful Silky D's
Thank you.
Instagram page, One Such Queen. Okay, thank you again for representing, girl, for promoting Stuck at a Green Light. And look at you on this picture. You look so cute. What is this
This
event?
past weekend.
Oh,
Girl, have to do it. Right? Yeah,
yeah.
I was hosting Lady Boyd of the Board Funeral Services. They're known from that. This is her 7th annual breast cancer awareness black tie event, which was incredible. You guys do need to support that organization. She's doing amazing things. They had a silent auction on top of that. And oh my God, if I would stay. And yeah, I've been like chilling in the sun and the whole bit just going out. And my daughter on the stage with and Layla Hathaway, very good family friend. My daughter is her DJ. I'm very proud
This
of
is your daughter right here?
DJ Spark.
DJ Spark. All
One
right now.
ONE DJSpark.com.
All
Yeah.
right. Yes.
The poet say that she got it from her mama. She got it from her mama, and she carried on my legacy. I DJ every now and then, but this is their time. I believe in their time, and just continue on mentoring Yo and oh my
Yes. Beautiful. Very nice picture.
Yo was on tour with Tina the first year when I was doing the sounds there. But she told me, she said, I was 14 years old when I saw you. I was coming to Uncle Jim's Army event. I'll never forget, I was 14 years old when I saw you on stage. They telling me when they see me on stage. So a lot of videos of talk. That there, as you see, wow. The legendary
Amazing.
graffiti artist dedicated that to me this year, which, oh my God, love. Did my name in graffiti. And that is the 5 Points You Foundation, which I happen to be the ambassador. I've been there for years. A UN ambassador is that. So everybody that comes and perform in my event is not usually United States. It is Africa, Bermuda, Brazil, Spain, New Zealand, Jamaica came on board last year that watches the 5 Points You Foundation. And I get graffiti artists from around the world. And oh my God, you guys are welcome to come through there during the week to go and take pictures. I've had videos, artists to come and do videos in that alley.
Yes, that alley was dope. Me and my son, you did the event. The flyer was also on your IG. When you did the what was it? The Hall of Fame.
The paint.
What was? Yeah.
Yeah, and the alley was known as Death Alley, Murder Alley, and I wanted to change that mindset. It's literally like a mile from where the Rodney King happened. In that area, believe it or not, for Los Angeles recorded to have the most deaths, gang, drug infested, and the whole bit. So I wanted to change the mindset of the community. And yeah, I had Brazil came out and painted a wall of me, and nobody can touch that wall, saying that I'm looking out over the community. They didn't even speak English. They spoke Portuguese, and it was an incredible moment. And from there on, it was called Peace Alley to now they call it Silky D's place.
Yes, that's a dope spot to shoot a video. It looked like my background behind me, trust and believe. all through that alley,
And
boy.
it's
And
long.
it's
It's
off
not
of
a
like
short block.
Florence and Western.
Yeah, it's not a short block. It's a very long block.
Yes, it's dope. You guys got to check it out.
I've had Micah Nine there. I've had Lonzo Williams there. Bobby Buck. I mean, I've had, my God, there's so many groups that have come through there to bless me to perform on stage as well as yourself, to come and see, the great things that we've done. I've had many other events there as well. If the weather is good, I will throw my blanket event for my birthday, where every year that I give blankets to, we don't say the homeless anymore, the challenge and the transitioning. So because, everybody feeds them during, Thanksgiving and Christmas, but the weather is very cold. And some of them, you see them sleeping out there on the concrete and things like that, I'll be able to bless them to give them a blanket. So I donated to some homeless organization that is mostly downtown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen.
I think Fairmont Hotel helped me one year. They gave me $600 comforters that come from the 5-star hotel for me to get the old ones because they do it seasonal, replacing
Mm-hmm.
new comforters. And I didn't even get one of those either, but I was giving away comforters, goose down comforters, to the community as well as to the homeless at the time. So I love it. It's my passion. Oh my God, it's nothing like, giving. You just feel so good. And to see the smiles that you put on people's faces, or to know that I was able to, warm someone. So yeah, you guys got to come down to the 5 Points Youth Foundation on Florence and Western, right next to Jack in the Box, and see the great. We got Nipsey. That's the first person you see when you walk in. It's Nipsey Hussle, his photo there, and all the way down. Excuse me. This year is Dr. Sabi.
Yes, I see. Get rid of the chemicals.
Yes, Dr. Sabi. Live.
Grow your food, hunt yours. No,
Yes, we need
fine.
to grow our food.
Have
Yeah.
your own livestock. Okay, they got it popping in Compton. See, that's what I'm saying. The dangers of a one-sided story. Know this. You want to hear all this gang banging and straight out of Compton. Nah, that's where the Cowboys, the black Cowboys, is at, and that's where a lot of people was growing their own livestock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
you've been there for
don't get it
years.
twisted.
That comes from
Don't
a
get it
big Orleans.
twisted.
Yeah, not
In
only
the
that,
city
you got
of
right here
Compton.
in Long Beach,
Yes.
Harvest Gardens,
Yes.
goats.
Yes. We need to have a community garden in every community. Like, come on, people, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
But
we don't need to, because I'm gonna tell you right now, as you see what's happening in front of us, if we don't stand for our human rights,
yeah,
already making
it's
got to be this to go into this event, yada yada.
you got to be
Right now,
mandated. This
it's
mandated vaccination stuff is really, come on now. Uh-oh.
gross. You're gonna have to get one of your friends or something.
Talking about Squid Game.
Go shopping for you. That's real
This
talk.
is a Squid Game for sure, for sure.
Yes, live in person.
Yes, Silky D. Amen. Yes, indeed. Up in cyberspace on Stuck at a Green Light. Yeah, we did it again. Another beautiful night. Mayhem Monday. We dived into the juice. We talked about the meat versus the chemical. Okay. Silky D up in cyberspace, sharing all the things that you should know for tonight. You know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a reason. Check out Ladylike Entertainment. Check out TLC and the IG, okay? Because we definitely had it popping tonight. Be more mindful of what you're putting into your body. You're a living being, so eat living things. Let's keep it like that. And I mean, wow, what a wonderful show. Thank you so much, Silky D, for being a part tonight. You have a wonderful and blessed week and beyond.
Yeah.
And again, thank you.
My shout out to the West. They always come down every year to support the 5 Points Youth Foundation. If I miss anything now, trust me, it'll take years to do so. But I love everybody. I really do. I really do love you guys, even if you don't love me. And I thank you more so for having me on this show.
Yes, no problem. I mean, dope show.
Yeah.
Dope show. So thank you so much, Queen.
All right.
And
Yeah,
you enjoy your night.
I got a package for you, so got to get you going.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Look, more to come. More
Yeah.
to come.
Yes, I look forward. Thank you, baby.
All right. Well, have a wonderful night.
Salute, brother. Thank you. Thank you for chiming in. Dismos.
Yes, absolutely. And check out Dismos and King Tech TV. They be on Wednesdays and Thursdays on Instagram. I think around 7 or 8 o'clock.
That's right.
So they shall be very, very dope. So, check it out. That's this platform. We all support each other. That's what it is. That's what I love to do. God is good. I give God the glory all the time. And hey, we just making moves out here, girl.
You know we should have been trying to get me off this line for the longest. So I'm feeling comfortable. That's how comfortable you make this show involved. So
I love it. I get it all the time. I mean, we could stay on here all night. It don't nah, but Now the good, I'm happy that I give that energy off. I'm sure, that's why Stuck at a Green Light is so dope. Like I've had I mean, wow.
It's dope. I love it.
Thank you. It came, oh my God, blessings, girl. Like Stuck at a Green Light is a blessing. Big time.
You've been to me.
Yes, amen. So check out the show, girl. Tell me what you think. All right. Have a good night.
Bye-bye, baby.
All right, Neil. Yes, SilkyD. Beautiful, beautiful queen. West Coast with it. And you better know it. Okay, you better know it. So yes, that was a dope show. A lot of information, a lot of education. It was health night. Health night. Okay. Not only health night, but you know how it goes. Just more information. You feel me? Right now, I just want to give a shout out to all of you guys who love me. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Share the show. It's a movement, I appreciate everybody that's been supportive of forever, has been supportive of Stuck at a Green Light in whatever shape, form, or fashion, who has taught me lessons up in this game, who's been supportive of any way. Again, I just thank everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm over 100 subscribers. Okay, so let's keep the numbers growing. Breaking news. Stuck at a Green Light YouTube channel. Yes, you guys, I started Stuck at a Green Light February 1st. It's about to be a year, y'all, and it's about to be a big old event popping too. So follow your girl and you'll see the event is coming up. All you artists out there, hit up your girl. I'm telling you, it's a treat. It's a treat. Yes, indeed. And whenever you get a chance, stop by www.foreverglitterbox.com. Cop you some dope accessories. You know what I'm saying? Represent. Always look your best. Always look right. You know what I'm saying? Represent yourself well. You feel me? And yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Another night knocked down. Stuck at a Green Light. Let's get it. Let's go. Never give up. Keep pushing. Keep moving. You know what I'm saying? And take everything as a learning experience and take accountability for all that you do or allow to happen to you. Okay? All right now. So you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful night. I'm about to close it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it do. All right now. You guys stay blessed. Okay. You guys stay stress free. All right. And anything that's out of your control, you just let it be. Holla.